What is up, everybody? This is No Continues. As always, it's your favorite video game discussion show. My name is Juice, and of course, I am joined by my good friend and co-host Ben Duzo. We got a fun one for you guys today. We're gonna go over some PlayStation stuff. We're gonna go over some Nintendo stuff. Got a fun little discussion for you later, and of course, our question of the show. Ben,
Yeah.
how are we doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. How about you, Juice?
I'm doing very well as well. We're just coming back from a couple weeks.
Yep.
I know we've been busy the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
What have you been up to lately?
I've been streaming some Sonic Adventure 2, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because of the movie hype and everything. I was just, why not just play Sonic Adventure 2 again? I've never 100%ed it. So, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
trying that. It's very hard. I'm having a hard time, very frustrating time too. It's a very old game, very old mechanics,
Yeah.
very tough everything. So yeah, I'm having a tough time, but I'm having a blast, honestly. And I think we talked about it like last episode, but I finished Donkey Kong Country Returns to AG on stream, which was very hard, but honestly I felt accomplished after playing it. So that was fun. How about you, Juice?
Yeah.
What are you up to?
Funny enough, we've talked about it off camera that the last boss is so unforgiving if you die at the beginning because you never get Diddy Kong back,
yeah.
so you have to do the run with Donkey Kong, so it's tough.
It's funny that there's two cutscenes too. Like
there is two cutscenes. Yeah. One with Diddy and one without.
Without Diddy. Ayo.
But yeah, for me, just busy working away. Spring is coming, which is nice. I've mentioned it a couple times that we've been looking for a new place.
Yep.
We think we got one lined up, which would be really nice.
Yep.
For early summer. We mostly just need it just for more space, especially our desk with all our computer stuff, gaming stuff, and work stuff is really adjacent to our living room, so we just need a spot to do it.
You need an office, basically. That's it.
I need an office.
No, exactly. I get you.
I need the official Juice studio.
Studio. Juicing up some stuff,
Exactly. So we think we got this one place lined up, so we're just like in the early stages of preparing. So gotta love moving, gotta love all that stuff. But
hopefully it works out. Knock on wood.
Yeah, hopefully. We should know by middle of March. So we're really excited about that. Just because it's good for us production wise, and we can produce more content and all that.
It's hard to produce content in your living room, that's for sure.
It's true. Yeah. Well, and I also think that it's important. This is just like a side thing, that it's important to have a separate spot for your office.
Absolutely.
Right? Because you're always seeing it. You're always wondering if you should hop on and do stuff. So I think it's always good production wise to have your own spot where you can not only focus but leave out of that spot, right?
Exactly, because you need some time off too from content creation and everything. You need a little bit of you need to dissociate yourself from always working. If you work in your living room, whenever you come home, you see your living room, you're like, you immediately think about work. Yeah,
exactly.
So, no, I like having my separate room in a way to create content. It helps me just being more productive in a way. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've also been looking at some stuff, like I want some new shelves. Some new we need new gaming chairs, need new desks and stuff. So
gaming chair is definitely needed too here.
Mine is taking a beating, so definitely much needed. So that's what we've been up to. We're always keeping busy with everything. But to go along with that, I always like to know, what are you playing? Besides Sonic Adventure 2, what have you been dipping your toes into?
I've been playing recently some Hyrule Warriors. I've been doing 2 videos right now. I'm working on 2 videos. I actually finished the 2 videos today, so I'm pretty happy. But I had to record some gameplay for Hyrule Warriors, which is one of my favorite Wii U games of all time. And I don't know, I can't stop. I have a phase, every year I just go back to that game. I don't know, it's so grindy. It's so like, oh, it's just fun. It's just fun. It's like it's like chips for me. So it's like,
some games are like that, right? Where you just like, that's me with Pokemon. Sometimes I just get that itch to get in there like once a year,
Just
make a team, and just run through it. So
yeah, and it's just you're not
yeah,
thinking, you're just playing the game,
yeah,
and you're because right now, like we're gaming content creator. Unfortunately, gaming too, like it becomes a part of work in a way. For
yeah,
me
true, yeah,
personally, like whenever I stream and everything, yes, I enjoy the games, but still, I'm streaming. I have to react. I have to do a not. I have to make an appearance. I have to be in character. So it becomes more work than playing games in a way. But this game, I can just play without thinking about anything. I can record it too, so I don't feel like I'm doing nothing. I'm still being productive in a way. No, I'm just having a blast, honestly. It's just music is amazing. The gameplay is repetitive
yeah,
but fun, and there's so many stuff to do that I feel like I'm never gonna be able to finish the game, which that's what I kind of like about this game in a way too.
yeah.
Oh, so yeah. How about you, Juice? What are you playing right now?
Yeah, I talked about it last show as well, but I'm definitely further along. I'm almost, I think I'm past the halfway point
Oh,
of Paper Mario: The Origami King.
oh,
I've
true.
still been enjoying it.
It's fun.
I was waiting to be like, is this gonna get annoying? Is it
Yeah,
going to get draining? Because I mentioned last time that it was kind of surprising how much fun I was having, and yeah, it's never reached that point yet for me.
nice.
I've really liked it. Is it like the best Mario RPG?
Not
No,
really.
but I would
Yeah,
say it's far from the worst. Like
yeah,
I would say this is it's kind of funny like the way I look at the game now, I almost think of it as like a line where it's like, are you better than Origami King? Like are you in that 8,
yeah.
9, 10 out of 10 range,
Mm.
or are you in that like
6 out of 10
4,
maybe. Yeah.
5 out of
Oh,
10, 6?
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
to
yeah,
me,
no, I get
Origami
it.
King is like it's like a 7,
Mm.
7.5. The writing is really witty. The game looks amazing. Um, I have personally had no real issues with the combat. I know some people get annoyed with it.
It's fun.
I still enjoy it. I
Yeah,
like the puzzle mechanic. Um, my only real like complaint about it is that the time limit is super fast, so
yeah,
you
it's
have to come up with the
very
puzzle
hard.
really
Yeah, yeah,
quick.
yeah. It doesn't give you time
Um,
to react in a way. It's like it's meant for kids, but
yeah.
it's not really a kids game in a way. It's more for
No, it's
adults in a
tough.
way. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of puzzle
Mm.
solving, and so like if you don't know, you have to essentially the way the combat works in this game is you have to line your enemies up to do an attack.
Yeah.
And if you line them all up essentially like perfectly or
Yeah.
in a way that everyone gets hit, you get a multiplier attack boost, and you can
Mm.
pretty much one shot every enemy
Yeah.
at that point. The only thing is you only really have like 30 seconds to do
Yeah.
it,
It's
and
very
my
hard.
brain just doesn't work that fast these
Yeah.
days. So
No, no,
um
exactly. Almost 30, you know, it
I know
is what it
I'm
is.
trying my hardest
Yeah.
here, but it's really fun. It's still really funny. I think it's better than Mario and Luigi Brothership. I
Mm.
think it's better than um, Paper Jam. I think it's better than um,
Color Splash, I think.
Color Splash.
Yeah.
It's better than that.
Never played
It's
it though.
better than Sticker Star, obviously. And I would say, I don't know. I'd have to play Super Paper Mario again because that's another weird
I
one for
love
me.
that game. Oh my
You
god,
like
I love
Super Paper
that game.
Mario?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I grew up with it. That's the thing. It was one of
Yeah.
my first Wii game that I owned myself in a way. I received it for Christmas, and I remember it's like one of the first games that I really remember playing and finishing all the way through. I
Yeah.
love that game, honestly. It's not a very complex game. It's more like of a traditional Mario, but like very slow in a way.
Hmm.
Because you don't have combat really, you just jump on enemies and that's it.
Exactly.
So but for me it's the world is very whimsical. It's very mysterious too. Like
It
I don't know,
is. Yeah.
the art design is very I don't know, it's there's a
It
lack
is
of
interesting.
colors in a
Yeah.
way, like in the like overworld where you traverse through the pipes to go to different world. Like I don't know, it's a very like trippy game in a way. And I remember it came out before. Okay, I'm gonna ramble a little bit, but there was a movie when I was a kid. It was like a big mask, and it was like a girl trapped in a like wasteland, and there was a mask coming. It was a very trippy movie, and it reminds me of that game. I'm gonna try to look it up. Maybe put it on the stream for the people on YouTube. But yeah, it reminds me of that game. It's the same vibe, same aura,
Yeah.
same everything. It's It's very weird, but it's a fun game.
Yeah, I haven't played it in a long time, and I never like beat it or anything. So that'd be one I want to go back to.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is tough reaching like the upper echelon of like Mario RPGs because there's so many I really enjoy, like
Yeah.
Thousand Year Door, Super Mario RPG, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, Bowser's Inside Story.
Paper
Those are
Mario,
really
the
really
original
cool.
for me is still my
Original Paper
favorite. Yeah.
Mario. Um, Even I like Dream Team. Like I think it's pretty
Never
fun.
played
I
it.
also enjoyed Partners in Time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would just say like if this game is at all like piqued your interest a
Yeah.
little bit, um, I would say give it a go. It's
Yeah.
pretty. It's one of the games that I find is on sale a lot for
Yeah, and
Nintendo
you,
Switch games.
even if you're a early adopter of marketplace, you can find it really cheap. Like I've seen it $30,
Yeah,
$40 in Canadian. Like in the US it
yeah,
might be cheaper in a way. Like
exactly.
so yeah. It's not a lot of people
Yeah,
that
I would say
yeah.
if you're curious,
Yeah,
give it
just
a
buy
go.
it.
It's pretty cheap. I would say
it
give it a shot.
it's a
So
good $40 game in a way.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's yeah,
$40,
exactly.
I think it's the price that it's worth in a way.
Exactly.
Like yeah,
I'm right there with you. That's like probably the ideal
price
point, and you're definitely getting your money's worth at
Yeah,
that point.
if you buy it at 50 because it's on sale and it's sealed, all right. I mean,
Yeah,
all right, but like if it's used, $40, it's a good price.
I agree. But yeah, there's that pretty much that's been it. This guy at my work, he's been playing through Diablo 2
Ooh,
on his Nintendo Switch,
that's
and
crazy.
I've been watching him play
Yeah.
it, and I've been like, I've
Wanting
never
to play?
gotten into
Huh.
Diablo, but I think I'm gonna give it a try. But I'm waiting for a sale because right now on PlayStation 5, Diablo 2 is $20.
Mm,
And I'm waiting for it to go on sale on Switch because I've seen it on sale on Switch for basically that
basically
$20
nothing.
price.
And there's a bundle usually that comes to $20 and it comes with Diablo 3 and 2. So if you're interested, I would really like to replay Diablo 2 because I played it when I was a kid. Like when I was a kid. So if you want, we could maybe,
Yeah, give it a try.
Yeah, give it a
'cause
try
I don't
together.
know a ton about these like arena
Yeah.
RPGs, right? Or so I have Diablo 3. I haven't played it, but it's just been looking really cool. So I'm waiting for
Yeah.
it to go on sale, and then yeah, we should definitely
Yeah, I'm
give it
down.
a
I'm actually
try.
really down because I've been wanting people to play Diablo
Yeah,
2 and I like every time I mention Diablo 2 to someone they're like, "Well, I've done it like like millions of times. I don't want to play it anymore." And I'm like, oh, "Come on, bro. Come on. I
yeah.
just want to play."
I've never
I've
played it,
never
so I
really
would
played
definitely
it, so I'm
give it a
like
go.
I've done Diablo 3 like 2 times, which
Yeah.
was super fun, but like people played it to death because they waited
Yeah.
so long for Diablo 4 to come out. So, I don't know. Never really played Diablo 2. I kind of want to delve into
Yeah,
it.
we'll have to give it a go then.
Yeah, I'm down.
Sorry, holy, got a little yawn there. But all right, so that's what we're playing. I got some more. I got some stuff in the Switch that I'm
Oh,
hoping to get to. Just need to wait for that Diablo sale, and there's some other stuff that
yeah.
I'm excited to play through.
Yeah.
I've got some games coming this week, which I'm very excited for
Ooh.
next podcast for pickup. I've got 3 coming.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited. I got some pre-orders for March as well that I'm excited for. Did you end up finding anything
Oh,
this
yes.
fun week, Ben?
Yes.
What did you find? What did you get? What's a pickup you got?
So I found I think 12 or 13 games
Wow.
recently. Is because I went to a GameStop and they annually they have sales, like games go down to like $4 or $5 or $2 and
Sure.
like they had like special editions and like pretty uncommon PS4, PS5 games that nobody really cares about, like the American markets, like the NIS titles and stuff like that. So I picked them all up. It was a total of $45 and I got like I think 3 special edition, which I got Dead Island 2.
That's cool.
The
Yeah,
special
that's
edition
really cool.
for $5, which I was super.
That's crazy. $5.
$5. So I'm really
And that
happy.
game just came out like a year ago.
Yeah, a year ago. Yeah, I'll show you
Pretty
guys.
recent. Yeah.
I'll show you a couple of pickups that I got, but yeah, I got like this is just the loose games that I got.
Yeah, what a haul.
Yeah. And yeah, Dead Island 2.
Oh, Dead Island 2.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
But yeah, there's like Hero School 2. It's like a PSP game that got re-released in Sound Mind, which is like a Switch exclusive horror game, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, never heard of it.
This one's a big one. It's it's a big one for Japanese fans, but the Caliga Effect.
Oh, the Caliga Effect. Yeah.
On PS5, which is really good. There's Adventure Academia, which I don't know what this is. Little Wish No Beta, Metal Tales Overkill, which looks absolutely terrible. Well,
$45.
Yeah, and I got like the Among Us special edition, like the big edition, and
yeah.
Outcasts, whatever for Xbox One. I don't know.
There's a big box that comes with it. It's like a big box with like stars all over it.
Yeah. $5. $5. Deal. Yeah. So that's what I picked up. I picked up another game, but I don't remember what it is. But I picked up another game, but I forgot about it recently. Oh no, I picked up some more Gundam figurines. They were $5 too. Yeah, so I'm not.
You've been out on the prowl on those sales. Yeah, I got some stuff coming. I'm really excited about. I also placed some pre-orders for Soul Reaver and The Thing Remastered, which is a PS2.
Yeah,
it's like a shooter, but you have to coordinate with your teammates. It's like really ahead of its time.
It's weird. Oh shit. Okay.
You have to build like you're a team of 4 trying to hunt down the thing. So you play as the team lead, like the command leader, and there's 3 other like teammates, I think.
Yeah.
And you have to build trust with your team.
That's weird.
Like Commando, it's really ahead of its time. So you have to work with trust. You have to like help them in certain ways. It's really cool. And this remaster has like gotten a lot of praise, so I'm really interested in trying it.
Is it online?
It's not online. So they're all like CPUs.
It's PvE, player versus enemy, but your single player game. Oh, that's cool.
Yes. It's really interesting. I would highly recommend looking it up. I never got to play it, but it's super interesting. So this one is up my
that's nice.
It's definitely one that I'm looking forward to having and trying. And there was another game that I pre-ordered, but we'll get to that right now in the No Continues news roundup. So we pretty much got 2 things. It's essentially Sony and Nintendo. Not a ton in the news this week. It's been nice and quiet. Sometimes quiet is good. But the big thing that happened while we were gone is the PlayStation State of Play,
which was
from
really
February
good.
2025. Yeah, I think it's interesting because we'll go through the games, and I think the list of games that we got here, there's a lot of really interesting stuff, really fun stuff.
Yeah.
But there's definitely one thing that I saw online that people were criticizing like crazy. I know it was the thing that I noticed right away when the show ended, and we'll get to that. But let's go over, just the games. I'll go over in order. We'll blow through some of them pretty quick because some of them may not interest us.
Yeah.
And some we've seen before. But starting off the show, Monster Hunter Wilds. I am not really a Monster Hunter person. We've seen this game a bunch already.
Yeah.
But this looks
amazing,
really good.
Yeah.
It looks really good. I know you're excited.
I'm a humongous Monster Hunter fan. I've played like Rise and Monster Hunter Generation Ultimate for hundreds and hundreds of hours. I didn't play World that much because I wasn't into the PlayStation 4 back then. But yeah, I'm very excited. Very, very, very excited. The first trailer that they put out, like the first reveal trailer, I was pretty disappointed because I thought it was just like an empty open world in a way. But now it looks really condensed. The areas, like it looks open world, but like you still have your one-on-one fight with your big monster in a way. Because I thought like the first showcase was like, oh, multiple monsters are just chasing you, and I was like pretty disappointed because like that's not Monster Hunter. That's just a open world game where you flee big monsters. It's weird. Like, but now like no, it looked really like condensed the way you fight enemies, the way you fight the monsters. So I'm pretty happy that they bring that back because I was like, man, I would have not bought the game if it would have been different in a way. So no, I'm pretty happy. And it looks gorgeous, man.
Yeah, gorgeous. They already announced some updates that will be coming.
The free updates
already. So February 28th, that's already coming up this week. So This will be a really cool
Yep.
one. I think people are gonna be really excited for
Probably
this
gonna
one.
stream it day one too.
Oh,
Uh,
I'm excited to see that. Then
uh,
I want to see that.
uh,
After that, we got the game that I did end up pre-ordering. We got a little bit of Sega action. That being Shinobi Art of
oof.
Vengeance.
Yes.
This is one of two biggish announcements from Sega
Mhm.
in this presentation. This is developed by Lizard Cube. I believe they're the ones that created Streets of Rage 4.
Which is an
That's why the game looks so
amazing,
good.
yeah, and it's
Yeah,
Streets of Rage 4. If you haven't played it, play that game. It's
it's a really fun
very,
beat 'em up. That's one of the beat 'em
very
ups I've
good.
played.
Yeah,
It's very fun.
yeah.
So I know this looks really good. This looks really up my alley. I think you're really
Oh
excited for
yeah,
this as well, right?
I played Shinobi 3 so much as a kid. I had it on Genesis, and in my young adult life too. I played it over and over again. I love that game. It's so good. So very excited about it.
This seems like a Sonic Mania take on
Yeah,
Shinobi 3,
in a way,
in
yeah.
which it's not Shinobi 3, but it like kind of borrows elements and levels from
Yeah,
it.
but at
You know what I mean?
first,
It's like a
yeah.
mix.
At first, it reminded me of the Messenger. I don't
Messenger,
the
yeah.
Messenger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
sorry. The Messenger, and fun
That's a
fact,
good game.
it was made in Quebec. The Messenger.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. But I thought it was the same developers, so I was like, oh, that's cool. They're like actually got the Shinobi license because it's pretty much a Shinobi not rip off, but you know what I mean. Like it's
It's similar,
very
yeah.
inspired by Shinobi or Ninja Gaiden. You know,
Ninja Gaiden, yeah.
it's out there, and yeah, I was surprised that it wasn't the developers of
Yeah.
the Messenger. Yeah, so
Yeah, it's wild that we're getting 2D Ninja Gaiden and 2D Shinobi
yeah,
both in the same
that's
year. Wild
true.
stuff.
I'm
Weird.
gonna buy them both. I'm gonna
Yeah, I
enjoy
already
them.
pre-ordered it,
Yeah.
so yeah, really excited. After that, we got the real fun one from Sega, that being Sonic Racing
Ooh.
Cross Worlds, the Sonic kart racing game. They showed off uh, some footage of it.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's
Looks
a
cool.
Sonic Cross. It's a Sonic kart racer,
Yeah.
but the gimmick is that portals will open up and you'll be driving in
Yep.
different worlds throughout the race. Your cart, like in Transformed, All Star Racing Transformed,
Yep.
will turn into a boat. It'll turn into a plane.
It'll
And
turn
it
into
looks like
a
there's also snowboards
yeah, but
as
it's for
well.
the riders, Sonic riders
Yeah,
in a way. I think they're just bringing it back in a way, which is really cool because they were
exactly.
really good games, honestly. Like,
They are really
yeah.
fun. Yeah. So the other rumor is that there will be some more Sega stuff
Yeah.
as well. So we'll wait and see. I
Yep.
would like to see them bring in some Sega characters as well. Why
Yes.
not?
Yeah.
Just go all out,
Just
make
go
it
all
fun.
out. Um,
But this looks fun to
yeah.
me. I think this looks good.
The beta came out. People tested it. I saw some people streaming it too. It looks really
Hmm.
good. It looks janky. It's not finished. That's for sure. Like the people on the sides are not. They're just not moving. They're just there. There's the sound effect of them cheering, but they just don't move. There's a
They're
lot
just
of things
standing.
not finished in the game, which is completely fine because it's just a beta. Like people are just
A
trying
very
it.
nonchalant crowd.
Yeah, the nonchalant crowd. But yeah, no, it kind of looks like Transform. So, and I'm pretty
It
happy
does,
because
yeah.
I was very disappointed with Team Sonic Racing. It was such a
Yeah.
boring game. The AI was very bad. Your AI companions were horrible too. You were
Well,
always
and you're
first and
dependent on them to
yeah,
win,
yeah, and
which
they were
is
always
not
gonna be
good.
last, and you're like if you do good, you're gonna be first, but they're gonna be like like last place like all the
Yeah.
time. It's very weird. There's a lot of feathering in a way,
So,
like rubber band
yeah,
thing in
yeah.
the game. So
Yeah. So this one looks fun though. Excited to see
yeah,
what they got in the summer. After that, we got Digimon Story Time Stranger. I'm not much of a Digimon guy. I don't think you are
I
either. But
love
this,
Digimon, but I'm like I thought it was gonna be a Cyber Sleuth story because Cyber Sleuth is like
yeah,
Persona. If you haven't played it and you love Persona, I would really recommend playing the Cyber Sleuth series. And they're super cheap. They're on Switch, every platform. They're really good games, but yeah, it looks okay. I mean,
seemed like the Digimon diehard fans were excited.
yeah,
This does nothing for me, but yeah, this seems like the Digimon fans were amped. So good for them. I hope they like this.
yep.
So um, after that, we got Lost Soul Aside. Um, seem pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah, it looks alright.
There's a lot of these third-person action games in this presentation, and then sometimes a lot of them will blend into each other. This is kind of one of those games. I think
there was 2 or 3 that looked pretty similar that were brand new, but I call it the Sony syndrome. Sony, what they're known for right now is doing third-person open worlds. It's the same thing to me. Like they look good. They look very
this game looked cool.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, is it real gameplay? Is it fake gameplay? Is it something that we're gonna see in the final product? We don't know.
Yeah,
that's the problem. Like,
I think this game was being made by a small team, and now Sony's publishing it. I think
maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really looked in the story of that game because it's not that it looks bland. It actually looks very interesting. But I'm not being hyped for like
that's fair.
Not CG traders, but like I don't know. We're still it says that it releases this year. We'll see what happens with this game.
The game will launch on May 30th apparently.
Yeah.
Randomly they announced a Day of the Diver Cross Like a Dragon DLC,
that was weird.
Which is super weird, but sure. Funny enough, like I don't have anything against Day of the Diver. Seems fun. I don't know anyone that's played it. So whenever I see like it's getting like this Like a Dragon DLC, it got Godzilla DLC. I'm like, I wonder
who plays
playing this game. Not that
it doesn't really look fun too, in my opinion. Like, I'm sorry, but first of all, there were a lot of controversy with this game because it's not really an indie game. It's made by a big studio.
It's backed by like a
humongous. Yeah, exactly. Right? Which is one of the biggest Chinese studio ever, or Asian.
Biggest companies in the world.
Yeah. So it's not an indie game, and like doesn't really look that fun. Maybe the Asian market plays it a lot, but in North America, I've never heard someone talking about the game. Like,
I just personally don't have any friends that are playing it. So I can't really speak to the quality, but it just keeps getting that DLC.
Which
a bunch of crazy things.
Crazy. So. Yakuza is good. Yakuza is amazing. So I'm happy that there's a DLC about it, but I mean, probably never gonna play it.
After that, we got WWE 2K25. Obviously, huge wrestling fans here. We won't get too much into wrestling because we'll go on for hours.
Exactly. Oh my god, I love men wrestling, oiling up and wrestling. It's crazy. No, I'm joking.
After that, side note, wrestling's whatever.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't mind wrestling. It's just I'm just messing with you guys, but it's just
there's nothing we can offer for the gameplay. I'm sorry, everybody.
It's a WWE game.
Exactly. Yeah, they're all kind of the same.
They're all mid. Exactly.
After that, we got Borderlands 4, and they announced that they will be having a separate state of play for this alone. Looks like Borderlands.
Yeah, it looks more fun in a way. It looks more diverse than what the leap from Borderlands 2 to 3. The leap that they did was pretty safe. It was pretty much the same game with the pre-sequel, like they combined the 2 and made 3.
Yeah.
But that looks like they're going a little bit off the Borderlands path in a way. They're trying different things. There were like different weapons that were like kind of power-ups in a way in the trailer.
It looks grittier.
Yeah,
like a little
less like millennial jokes in a way, because I hate the millennial jokes, but I like the it's not funny. Like, it's not funny.
I think Borderlands, it obviously has like a humor element to it. Doesn't take itself too seriously. I think this one has like a little bit of a grit to it, so we'll see how it is. But if you like a looter shooter, I mean, this is the one. Right?
I'm probably gonna buy it. Like, I love Borderlands. I love Borderlands. So
after that, we got Directive 8020 from Supermassive Game. This is apparently is like a successor to a different franchise.
Really?
I can't tell you anything about it. I'm sorry.
I was like, huh?
Not really something that I think we're not capable of commenting on that.
No, not really.
Sorry, everybody. Another Five Nights at Freddy's game is coming. What a shock.
Five
Nights at Freddy's, Secret of the Mimic. is coming. The one thing I will say about Five Nights at Freddy's, they are churning these games out.
Yep.
They are pumping them out. They want to
Yep.
make sure you know Freddy is still around. So
he's either a good guy or
salute
a
to
bad
those guys.
guy. It depends on the
Yeah,
game, you know.
exactly. Freddy is still around. So
Yep.
there you go. All right, now here's a game that I think Mags and I are gonna really enjoy, and I think you
Yeah.
commented on it that it
Yeah.
looks
Yeah.
really good. That being The Midnight Walk.
Yep.
They described it as a cozy horror game. I just thought it was a horror game.
Oh
It
my god,
freaked me
it
out.
was scary. Oh my god, but it looks
Yeah,
so good. But my
super
god, it looks
good.
scary.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you don't know, this is an indie game. It's kind of claymation, so it's kind of got that clay style. Think Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah.
Think Chicken Run, that kind of stuff. But imagine that in a horror game sense. Um, this one looks creepy. I
Oh
think we're
yeah.
both gonna play it. We're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's funny enough a first-person like
Yeah.
shooter, kind of, which threw me off. But I think it looks
I'm
fun. It's
happy.
coming out
Yeah.
on May 6th.
Looks cool.
So definitely check this
Yeah.
one out, The Midnight Walk. After that, we got another one that piqued my interest because of how weird it is. It's from Konami. It's called Darwin's Paradox. You play as an octopus who's trying to escape this food like factory
Yeah.
that's trying to like cook you and eat you. And the factory is like really scary and
Yeah.
you're trying to get away and hide. It looks really
It
goofy,
looks nice.
but it reminds me of like an ultra serious version of Octodad.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you know
That's what I was
Octodad
about to say. Like
is.
it looks like kind of Octodad in a way, you know.
And I kind of like when companies try to do something weird. So Konami hasn't made a ton of games. Recently they've kind of started to get back into it.
Yeah.
So I kind of like this. I like seeing weird stuff. This is like a game that I know would appeal to me. I know diehard Konami fans will be like,
It's
"Isn't
like,
what I want," but
yeah.
I like when you try something
You like
new.
quirky
So
stuff. So good.
I like quirky stuff every so often. So
But then like
this one looks interesting.
they have one of the greatest IPs of all time. So like I'm happy that they're back in the market. They're not doing pachinko machines again because my god. It was a long time. It was or mobile game like shitty Castlevania games. Oh my god,
Yeah.
Man, bring Castlevania
But now they got
back,
Darwin's
please.
Paradox.
Yeah.
They got Octopus. So come on, let's
Octopus.
get back into it. Let's
Yeah.
go. After that, speaking of Dynasty Warriors, we got Dynasty Warriors Abyss, which is by Koei Tecmo. It is a roguelite version of Dynasty Warriors. And this actually kind of piqued my interest. It kind of looks interesting. They were talking about like the combinations of weapons you can use.
Yeah.
Like there's like 16 million combinations.
What?
It's something. Yeah, it's something ridiculous. I have to watch the trailer again, but like honestly, it makes sense combining these two genres,
Yeah.
like the Dynasty Warrior and roguelite element. It looks pretty fun.
cool.
And I think when you and I looked it up, I think it was less than $40.
Yeah,
so
it was like $34, I think, Canadian too.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, like I really want to play it. The thing is that I have so many things to play right now that I can't, but it's definitely something I'm thinking of picking up soon.
Like put on the list for
Yeah,
later
yeah.
for sure. This one looks interesting, so maybe take a look.
Yeah.
And it's out now. It was
Yeah.
a shadow drop.
I don't know if it's on Switch though, is it?
I don't think so. I'd probably play it on PlayStation, but this would be a great Switch 2 game for sure.
For me, it's a good like
On the
Steam
go.
Deck game. Yeah, no, just like
for sure.
playing on the Steam Deck, just chilling, enjoying life. You know,
Well, it's even kind of got that isometric look that, like, Diablo or like Path of Exile kind of has, right? Yeah. So, I don't know. I think it looks pretty cool. Check it out.
Yeah,
Might
check
be
it out.
something that piques your interest.
The reviews are positive.
Pretty good. Yeah. So,
yeah,
it's not that much either. So, might be worth your time.
Yeah.
After that, we got two Onimusha things from Capcom. We got the HD port of Onimusha 2, which is it's essentially just an up-res version of the PlayStation 2 game. And a trailer for Onimusha Way of the Sword, which is a new kind of Souls-like samurai game-ish by Capcom There's some goofiness in it if you watch the trailer, which is
Yeah, it was pretty
funny
funny.
to me.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was pretty funny. It was good humor.
So yeah, this stuff looks good too. I know some people were a little disappointed that Onimusha 2 is essentially an up-resed HD port.
At the
I
same
just think
time, like,
sometimes I think it's important to just play the PlayStation 2 games
yeah,
as they were.
yes, you
Just
gotta
up-res it
respect the game in
HD,
a way.
make it
Yeah,
make it
full
widescreen,
screen.
make the
Yeah,
controls mapped correctly, and I think sometimes that's better. You don't have to completely remake
it's. I
things.
think because people got a taste of Unreal Engine 5 Ninja Gaiden Do Black, which was
Yeah,
really good. It's still the
really
same
good.
mechanics as the
Yeah.
PlayStation 2 game, though. So it's the same game, just prettier. But like, I don't think people are gonna be as hyped as Onimusha 2 with
Yeah.
with the same thing. Like, it's not gonna be a game that they should put the time and effort to do that on. Like, they should do it on maybe like another Capcom, beloved Capcom series, like Okami, and try to do that. So yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. I just think I don't know. I like to remember certain games the way they look.
Yeah.
So as long as you just HDify it and widescreen it, sometimes I'm good with that.
Yeah,
like
same.
that's
Especially
okay.
like if
Just
it's
make
not
it accessible.
$50, I'm happy
Exactly.
about it. Like, yeah.
After that, we got a trailer for Metal Gear Solid Delta. This is coming out later in summer. I've never played really any Metal Gear games. That's going to be
Same.
something I try to get into. Everyone says this is the best one usually.
Yeah.
So this one might be one to try.
But the problem, I know you're not a big fan of Kojima, but Kojima is not behind the project, so I'm a little bit worried about this because like he's the one who brings the quirkiness, he brings the weird, the uncanny factor to the game. So I think it's gonna be a direct port with nothing else added, which is okay. Like if they do the same thing that they've done with the Silent Hill 2 with Bloober Team, I'm pretty happy about it. Like they've added a couple of things just to rectify the story or just to maybe, make it more interesting for people, make more loopholes for people to theorize for the next 20 years. But if they do that, I'd be super happy. I've never really played Metal Gear Solid. The one that I want to start on is Metal Gear Solid 4 because I heard it is a crazy
I knew
game.
someone that had 4 and they said it was crazy.
So. Yeah, it's crazy, and there's like 2-hour cutscenes and stuff like that. It's like a very, very crazy. But yeah, probably gonna buy it. Probably gonna play it.
Yeah, it seems like a really clean like way they're doing it. So I'll probably look at it. I should also clarify. I don't hate Kojima.
I know
it's more of like my hate of Jeff Keighley.
Yeah.
Bringing him out every time. He doesn't need to be on stage every single year.
I think he respects him so much that he's like, oh, you got to be on stage, because he's done a lot of things for the video game industry, Kojima. So I think, and his games are so unique. They're very unique games. Like if you play Death Stranding, it's basically a walking simulator, but there's something to it that makes you want to play for 40 hours, or 50 hours. Yeah. So. Yeah.
They can never make me like you, Kojima. Just kidding.
I'm joking. I know.
After that, we got Hell Is Us. This one was like one of those ones where I was like, I kind of want to see more.
Yeah.
You're essentially this guy in this, it looks like a rundown town. You have this drone that follows you, and you have this like laser sword fighting things. Looks kind of cool. Yeah, we'll see what it is. We'll see how it is later. After that, we got the announcement of Lies of P Overture, which is the DLC for Lies of P. I've heard really good things about Lies of P. It seems really nice, a lot of really cool looking cutscenes, it looks really nice. I'm just not really a Souls-like guy, so but it looks cool. I don't know if this is something that you're into.
I love Souls games, but I've like B-movie Souls games, I don't know how to explain it, but B-movie Souls games does not really interest me. Like, it looks fun, it looks pretty, but I've heard a lot of, it's not as polished as a Soul game. That's why I love Souls games, because they're polished to death. there are so many things to do. Like the problem with Lies of P is there's too many bugs, there's too many glitches. You can cheese enemies like very easily. The mechanics are not really like in Souls games. What's fun is like whenever you die, it's your fault. But in Lies of P, I don't feel like it's like that. So I'm like, I'm not really sure if I want to get into a game where it's kind of like a Souls game, but I'm dying because it's not really my fault. And no, not my type. Not my type.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
There's a wild story to it. Like you play as basically a rogue Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Getting back at everyone who wronged you.
Yeah, who wronged you.
It's very weird, but it seems cool for a bunch of people.
Yeah.
So. After that, we got Dreams of Another. This is a third-person shooter, but you don't shoot to kill people. You shoot to like make things.
Yeah.
It's very weird. This will definitely have like one of that like cult audience where they just like love this, like a cult. Yeah, this is great.
Yeah. It's the greatest game of all time. You should play it, or else you're not a gamer.
Exactly.
Like, yeah. The type of that.
The visuals are crazy. They're super trippy, but just didn't seem like something for me. So, after that, we got Days Gone Remastered.
Oh, don't get me started.
A lot of people
God, bro.
just kind of went, You know, we'll get to this at the end, and you'll notice how we feel at the end. I think, but to sum it up real quick before we have that big discussion is, I think people are really tired of PS4 remasters.
Yes.
Because, it is
stupid. Weird. There's a PS5 patch in the game. I just don't understand why they would remaster it. Like,
there was a patch that brought it up to like 60 FPS already. Like, so this is adding a couple things in its fairness. There's like a horde rush mode. I guess there's also more accessibility options.
But it should have been a free update.
But it's still weird.
Yeah, it should have been a free update. They're gonna release it for $79.99. Yeah. Oh, no, $89.99. Sorry, it's the new price. Yeah. It's gonna be practically the same.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. I'm just tired of PlayStation just re-releasing their PS4 games where they kind of look less good than when they were on PS4 in a way. It's really weird the way it works, but like.
Well, and it's not just this. Like, it's this game. It's Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut,
and there's Horizon.
Last of Us Part 1, Horizon.
Which Horizon looked.
It looked fine on PlayStation 4.
No, but it looked better on PlayStation 4. That's the problem with that. Like, it's
just so weird, man. It's
not a remaster at that point. You're just giving yourself an excuse to re-release the game. Like,
I think that's what the main issue is.
Yes.
Right? If that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
And we'll get to it
we'll get to it.
After that, we got Tides of Annihilation. It's an action game set in London where there's demons. This is one of those games that kind of blurs.
Yeah.
Like, it just blends in after I've been sitting and watching this presentation
for 40
like
minutes,
half an hour.
Yeah.
Didn't really do anything for me.
Yeah, same.
After that, we got Metal Eden, which is a sci-fi first-person shooter. Same thing. Kind of blends in for me by the end. Same thing with Mind's Eye.
Yeah.
This was like another third-person shooty game. It's the one thing I know about Mind's Eye is that it is being developed by a lot of ex-Rocks, like Take-Two Rockstar workers. So people who worked on like GTA. So I know that's like a big thing.
Yeah.
So people have, that's like why there's a lot of interest in this.
Okay.
But but we got the last game. This was like the big ending note, and that is Soros. This was just a CG trailer, and they said they would have a gameplay trailer later. This is developed by the guys over at Housemarque Studio. They created Returnal.
Yeah.
So it sounds like this game is going to be pretty similar. If you haven't played Returnal, I suggest trying it.
It's really good.
I liked it.
It's it's like a Metroid Prime modern type game, but with a roguelike element to it. Yeah. But it's third person, so it's not first person. Yeah. But it's like what I would see Nintendo do in 10 years for Metroid in a way.
Yeah,
Like
something like
it's really
It
good.
is cool. I definitely recommend playing
Yeah.
Returnal, and I'm assuming this is going to be very similar to
Yeah.
that with some upgrades. So we'll
Yeah.
see how that goes.
But it kind of looks
Um,
like the same because like there's a bullet hell element to Returnal, and like in the
yes.
trailer you kind of see like bullets coming into you. They look like kind of the same pattern in a way. So we'll see. It looks cool.
Yeah, I want to see the gameplay
Yeah.
trailer before I like really
Yeah.
comment. But this was like the big ending thing from Housemark. And that was pretty much it for the presentation.
Yeah.
So, for the most part, I think you and I both agreed there was a lot of solid stuff, a lot of stuff that piqued our interest
Yeah.
at minimum that we're going to put maybe on a wish list or maybe we'll buy and play day one.
Yeah.
But obviously, as we were talking, you probably noticed, we didn't really mention Sony's name that much. And that's kind of where a lot of the criticism of this presentation came, is that, this presentation was 90% third party studios, and PlayStation really only had two things
which
to show
they're not
off.
really theirs.
Exactly.
They're not really theirs, which why would you buy a PS5 then? Like
and it's one thing if this only happened once and this was just one-off presentation, I think we would kind of like be like, whatever.
Just brush it off.
But unfortunately, this has happened like about 4 or 5 times now with State of Plays, where Sony is like a guest in their own house. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Which is really odd.
It is super, super weird. Now, when I watch a Nintendo Direct or an Xbox developer direct, like I expect to see some Nintendo and
first
Xbox
party
games. Now, I'm not naive. I know that third-party games are going to be in those presentations. Of course.
And you want to see some. Like you want to see some.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
like let's say for example, there's a Nintendo Direct and it has 10 games. Expect like 50-50, like 5 Nintendo games, 5 third party, or 4 Nintendo games and 6
third party.
Third party, right? Like 40-60, 50-50 split, right? But it just feels like every time we do these State of Plays, everyone is going, where
are the Sony games?
Is Sony making games? And it's hard to blame people. And you know what the thing is? The reason people are saying that is not to just like dog on. It is kind of.
It is a little bit because people like to dog on Sony.
Yeah, but it's more because Sony, to their credit, they have fun games. Yeah, and people want fun games. And it just feels like they aren't working on anything at all.
But it's because what I think happened is they worked on too many live service games and they shut them all down, and now they're left with nothing.
Now they have to figure it out.
They're left with Concord, which acts like it bombed so bad, and it was such a bad decision from Sony to just spend 8 years on it and then release it, and it was a guaranteed fail. Like everyone with like 2 eyes would have seen it. Like I don't know, it's just stupid.
Well, and we talked about this. Was that a month ago? Where apparently they had 12 live service games in the work at one point. Now there's only 4, and it's like we talked about. Not only is it a waste of money, but it's a waste of time. They've wasted so much time with these games that they just have nothing to show. Yeah. And that's definitely the most annoying part.
And what sucks is they put their time and effort on useless remasters. Exactly. Which nobody wants, especially Days Gone, man.
Days Gone.
It's such a mid-received game. I know.
Yeah, it got a lot of 7 out of 10s, right? Yeah.
We have the average super fan that's gonna say it's the best game he ever played in his life and blah blah blah, but it's very a mid game. Like it's not very a good game. It's okay. And now we're getting a remaster. Like just for us to be like, oh yeah, another Sony game is coming out. Who's gonna buy this? Really? Like I'm asking people, who's gonna buy Days Gone Remastered? Like, buy the PS4 version at $5 at your local Target or at your local Walmart.
Yeah, you can find them pretty cheap now.
Upgrade it to the... Yeah, you have a free update for PS5. There is no...
Yeah, you do, yeah.
There's no way you should pay $89 for a Horde mode. It should have been a free update.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
Like Sony, stop releasing those things. It's stupid.
Yep. So yeah, that's immediately the thing that stood out to me. It seems like everyone else noticed it too. Um, so I guess we're just stuck playing the waiting game.
Yeah.
But how many booms out of 5 are you giving the presentation? There was some good stuff, in fairness, but yeah, that was a glaring issue. How many booms?
3.25.
3.25 booms out of.
I don't want to give it 3.3 because it's not 3.25. Because it was good, but too many bloat in a way. Like too many third-person open world or third-person action adventure game, which they focus more on the graphics than the actual gameplay, which always throw me off, and I can't take those games anymore. Like whenever this happens on my stream, I'm just like I'm dozing off. Like I'm like okay, like so yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you with the 3 out of 5 booms for me. There's some good stuff. There's some stuff that piqued my interest. Nothing that really blew me away, but definitely some games that I'm keeping an eye on. And if there's some on sale, I'll definitely be
of course,
be picking up. So
no, of course.
So yeah, there you go. That was our first big Sony presentation of the year. So let's move on to the big N. There were 2 big things this week. One not so great. So let's start with that one. Nintendo are going to be ending the gold points program.
Such a sad
If you don't know
day.
what that is, when you buy games on the eShop or within a year of release for a physical game, you get gold points. And these gold points are essentially points that you build up.
It's like
and
money.
It's essentially money. Yeah, you build up points and you can use the points towards purchases on the eShop and you get a little discount.
Yeah.
They will be ending this in March. This was pretty swift.
Yeah.
Like it was quick.
Like next month. And I was like, what?
Yeah, like it's over. The thing about this is like the eShop, we've talked about it. It sucks. It's really not good. It runs really poor. There's a lot of junk on it. It's not curated. So like it's really bad, but the added benefit is sometimes you get that discount with the gold points.
Yeah.
So taking that away definitely sucks, but I think the reason they're getting rid of it is because the other guys don't do it, so they don't really feel the need to do it. I know you and I have talked, maybe, we hope and pray that they are overhauling this eShop for the Switch too, because it's so bad.
It's so bad. They have to have like someone decided what comes into the eShop or not. Like there's so many.
There has to be some quality control. There's some stuff
there's so many like
really
adult
shouldn't
games
be in there.
For some reason, like AI adult games, which I'm like, why is this here? It's and like Nintendo were supposed to be the family friendly console, and whenever I see like 3 pair of boobs, and I'm like, the hell is going on?
Good.
And I'm like, dude, and like I'm not even sure they're censored. Like it's just, and it's on the home page. Like it's not even like I don't have to search for it, which is really odd that Nintendo, they're known for the company that to be like, oh yeah, we don't have like really mature games on our console and everything, and now it's filled with that. It's really weird. And like what sucks with the gold point is like, as like we're Switch collectors who can consider ourselves Switch collectors, even though we would buy physical games, you can still redeem 80 points when it's a full price game. And it's still it's 80 cents basically. But like when you buy 8 10 20 games, it's almost $20 that you save on your next game, or on a digital only game. We're not really digital guys in a way. Like we don't really like to play digital games or buy digital games, but whenever it's the only options that we have, at least I have my small discount that I can play the game in its entirety. It happened multiple times. I had like $30 just racked up in gold points, and I bought like a pricey digital game because so it just sucks.
Diablo 2, like I was mentioning, it's only digital. It's an only digital
which
game,
is really weird.
Having that discount is kind of nice, right? So, but they didn't only announce that they were getting rid of that. They also announced that the Nintendo Switch Online game vouchers will not work with Switch 2 games. So if you don't know what the vouchers are, it's a benefit if you are a Nintendo Switch Online subscriber.
Yeah.
You get 2 vouchers for $100 in the US, and each voucher can be used for a game. Pretty
A
much
triple
any
A game, I think.
AAA
Yeah,
Nintendo
Nintendo
game.
games, like
There's
first
a
party.
list that you can pick
But
out
the
from.
newer games are on there. Like whenever they come out, they're usually on there. Like the Echoes of Wisdom was there whenever it came out. Donkey Kong Country Returns is here. Yeah, exactly. Like it's not like you're not limited to like certain types of games like Nintendo. No, they give you the full catalog. They don't care. Like
there's quite a bit of games on it. So yeah, this is a great deal if you're a digital person because you're essentially saving like 20 to 30 bucks
each game.
Like,
But
good.
each purchase is like it's really good. Yeah.
But apparently they will not be working with Switch 2. I'm not entirely surprised about this. The gold points is the one that surprised me the most.
Yeah.
But yeah, it definitely still sucks. I mean, any way that you can save money.
Yeah. Right? For the gold points, they announced that they're gonna have another program kind of like this. You know, they did that with
Club
Nintendo, and then they released My Nintendo.
Oh,
Nintendo was
the
so
real
good.
Ones, remember?
Club Nintendo was so
it
good.
Was the best.
It's because Nintendo, whenever they decide to like discontinue a program, their next program is always worse. It's not worse like it's a bad thing, but it's always worse than the previous one. Yeah. Club Nintendo was the best thing. It was so good. You had so many perks, so many things that you could get for free, and so it was so cool, man. It was so cool.
You could get literally a Nintendo DS game.
Yeah,
it was the Game & Watch collection.
Yeah,
like it was so cool.
And you could get like Four Swords Adventure, not Four Swords Adventure, but the other one. There was Twilight Princess Picross on the 3DS. I think.
3DS. Yeah, you can get all sorts. Yeah, Club Nintendo.
But now you can't because Club Nintendo is discontinued. So
no longer a thing.
No longer a thing.
But yeah, so kind of sucks to see those things going away. Feels like they're really just kind of getting a fresh start with the Switch.
Yeah. At first, I thought they would have just maybe not make our game compatible digitally, because I thought they would have not. They did not like release a statement, be like, "Hey, digital game will be backwards compatible." But when I looked at the fine print on the image. It was there, so I was like, okay, I'm not tripping here. I'm good. We're good. Because I thought like that could be a Nintendo move, just like they did with the Wii U. They were like, oh no, you know what? It's still called the eShop, but your games doesn't transfer. Sorry about that. Like, hey, come on, man. Like,
it feels like from this point on, they're trying to do the PlayStation method because PlayStation 4 stuff are moving forward. Yeah. It feels like that's what they're trying to do. So
which would be nice.
Which would be nice, yeah, for sure. So, the other big thing is that there is a Pokemon Presents on February 27th. It's going to be real early. I don't think I'll be able to stream it because it's like right at the time where I'm getting up and taking Mags to work. Usually, Pokemon Presents are not that interesting. It's usually updates to Pokemon Go.
Yeah, it's 90% mobile games.
What's the
Cafe
MOBA game?
Oh no, it's Pokemon Unite. Yeah,
Pokemon Unite. Pokemon Sleep will have an update.
But we're laughing about these games, but they're making more money than the mainline games. Yes, That like we have to understand like these games makes ridiculous amounts of money for Pokemon. They make like it's ridiculous. So yeah, I understand what they spend like 90% of the presentation just talking about those games. It's normal, you know.
Yeah. But of course, the big thing everyone is ready for is Pokemon Legends ZA. This is going to be our real first look at it. I'm really amped. Last year, 2024, was a really weird year for Pokemon because they had nothing. And Pokemon, when they don't have anything, it's
because they're cooking.
They're always doing something.
Yeah.
So this is like the first time in a while where I've been like, all right, let's see what you got. Because I'm kind of excited to see what you've been doing in a year's time.
Honestly, I think they shot themselves in the foot with Scarlet and Violet because they didn't wait before releasing it. It was a very rushed product, unfortunately. It was a very buggy, unfinished mess. And I think they listened to their fans being like, hey, like we can't wait a year. Pokemon, like we'll play your games to death. Like I'll play Sword and Shield I'll still play Sword and Shield once in a while just because I have the Pokemon itch. You know, I don't care if it's 10 years old. I don't give a crap. You know, but yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited for this. Finally, our first big real Nintendo presentation this year.
Yeah.
You know, deep into February. The one rumor I saw, and I'm like, I don't know if you saw the same rumor. I know it's got to be completely fake. Is this Pokemon Classics collection?
I'm not sure.
There's a rumor.
I'm not sure it's fake.
You're not sure it's fake?
No.
I don't think. I can't buy it. If you don't know what this rumor is, it just literally randomly came up like literally within the past like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
It's apparently there are going to be 2 classic collections. One that has, if I'm remembering right, Pokemon Red, Pokemon like Silver, and then Pokemon Ruby with Pokemon Fire Red. And then there's a second collection that will have Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Gold, like basically the opposite games. Pokemon
but they're
Gold.
not gonna have the third game, the Emerald versions.
No,
or like, which is oh my god, bro.
Okay, but there's a rumor that apparently there's going to be a double pack of this collection that will include a download code for the third versions of the games.
No, but Juice.
That's why I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Think about but think about Game Freak being scums. Think. Like
I get. I just think there's no way.
They're gonna release the most bare bone games. They're gonna release 2 versions about it.
And I'm gonna be at the front of the line with my Pikachu shirt.
Yes, and you're gonna have like one Pokemon that is gonna differentiate from one version to another, and people are gonna buy 16 copies of the same games, be like, oh no, it's because I need the shiny hunt on my 17 screens. Like they can and they will do it. They will do it. And I will buy them. I'll be the first person to barge to get my copy of Emerald. I'll be, Jimmy Emerald right now. I don't care. I don't want the other games. I just want Emerald right now.
Emerald is
it's a go-to game, but I'm part of the sheet.
That as a concept, I don't totally not buy. A part of me just feels like they would like somehow milk it even more. Literally make like a Game Boy collection, a Game Boy Color but
honestly, I think it would be better a Game Boy collection with Game Boy Color, and then a Game Boy Advance collection, and then a DS collection. I wouldn't mind. Put them $79 each. Pokemon, hear me out, okay? Put them $79 each. I'll buy them all. I'll spend $300 on your games. I don't care.
Because in fairness, like the way I look at it, you get 2 GBA games, a Game Boy Color game, and a Game Boy game all in one. Let's say it is the full price.
Yeah.
In fairness,
as
stupid as it sounds, that's not the worst deal. Because if you tried buying a Pokemon game these days, they're ridiculously expensive.
Oh, you want a copy of Emerald? Yeah.
It's insane.
Oh yeah, it's $300. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Like $300. It's crazy, and it's like it's one of the greatest Pokemon game of all time. Yes, I understand, but $300 is like slap me instead. Like, come on.
So if the collection comes all together and then you get the 3 bonus games, right? Like you get Emerald, you get Crystal, and you get, is it Yellow? Yellow's the
Yellow's the third game in a way.
Yeah. And it's $159.99.
I'll buy it. Oh yeah,
I'll be buying it.
I'll buy it.
I'll be playing through old Pokemon.
Yeah, and like especially the fact that
it's tough.
It's tough too, yeah. And especially because the reason why Pokemon doesn't want to put them in Switch Online, and I don't know if you guys know this, but it's because they're very particular with their saves, their save files. Pokemon doesn't want you to duplicate Pokemon, and they don't want you to duplicate item, like especially the Master Ball. They're really like, it's a 20-year-old game, and they're like, nope. I don't want you to duplicate your Master Ball, sir. Nope. So that's why they don't want to put it in a collection like that, because whenever you have multiple Switch users, you'll be able to, create 17 save files or like copy paste your save file or whatever. Like, so they really want you to have only one save file with Pokemon.
I also just think they know you'll pay.
Oh, they know you'll pay too. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
I paid $14.99 whenever Silver came out and Yellow came out on the 3DS. I still have them. Still the only official way to get your Pokemon to Sword and Shield or Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So
But yeah, if this collection is true, I would definitely be like,
I'll be like, oh,
all right,
all right.
okay.
Shadow drop it, please, right now. I need it. I'll buy it digitally and physically. I don't care. That's the thing.
Yeah, give it to me physically. Yeah. But yeah, if these classic, I don't. To me, it just kind of sounded too good to be true. As silly as that sounds, I was like, this sounds.
But what else would they announce? That's the thing. A new Pokemon game.
Yeah, true.
It's been a couple years, so it's been 2 years since Scarlet and Violet came out.
Well, and I think the classic Fever is definitely at an all-time high.
Especially
People want to play that old stuff.
And especially if you're in the Pokemon trading card world right now, there's the new set that just came out, which is
that's a whole thing.
Which is
you people need to get it together.
Yeah. Like people fighting at Costco. I know because I sell those Pokemon cards. They're crazy. I receive like 79 calls per morning just for Prismatic Evolution.
Crazy.
Please stop calling. That'd be nice.
Please stop calling.
No, but honestly, like, come on now. Like, it's the best time that they could just like feed on the nostalgia, because people are like getting crazy with the cards right now. They're fighting on it at Costco. They're doing stupid stuff. Like
they're fighting. They're bringing the boom.
They're bringing the boom
at Costco.
Exactly.
For the cards.
For the cards.
Yeah, I am excited because if that is even kind of true, I will definitely be like, all right.
Oh yeah.
I will be.
I will be shiny hunting.
I'll be playing. Yeah.
Like crazy. You won't see me streaming. Actually, you know what? I'll stream some Pokemon, some shiny streams.
Exactly. This guy will be streaming Pokemon. So, yeah, we'll see. Pokemon is known to stick around with old consoles for a while.
Yeah.
They did it with Black and White too. They did it with the 3DS when the Switch was even out. So, yeah, you're still gonna get some Switch stuff, and this would probably be a great way to go.
And especially if it's backwards compatible, it's better for them to just release it on the Switch, and then it's backwards compatible anyway. That's what I think is going to happen for the Switch too. Little side note here. We're going to get Switch games for a while still.
I still think, for 24 months.
Yeah, we're still getting PS4 games, by the way, guys. Like, we're still receiving a lot of PS4 games. Marvel vs. Capcom Collection is a PS4 game. The reason why they did that, because there's a bigger player base on both platforms. So they're going to do that for a long time on Switch.
So, yeah, we got to look forward to that. I'm excited. I'm always excited with Nintendo presentations.
Exactly.
So we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the news, kind of real brief for us. Mostly just Sony talk. So usually we would do Revisiting Retro, but we are currently playing through the game that we want to do for Revisiting Retro. It's a game that I've actually never played, but I've always wanted to. So I'm really trying to soak it in. So this time we're doing a little bit of a discussion real quick because we noticed it in the comments section of both of our videos talking about the PSN outage. I noticed it on other people's videos talking about the PSN outage. People talked about it in our podcast comment section. When we were talking about the PlayStation Network outage, one question or one statement,
very strong statement, by the way.
And we see this statement all the time in certain instances. When it comes to console gaming, and that is, this wouldn't happen if you owned a gaming PC. So Ben and I are going to kind of just talk really quickly as to why PC gaming still hasn't overtaken consoles. There are hundreds of millions of consoles still being sold.
Yes.
PlayStation 5 is being sold pretty much at an all-time high for PlayStation. Obviously, Nintendo is seeing insane success.
Yes.
Why is that? I have always had one thought in my brain as to why this is. Ben, I want to know if you can read my brain. Why do you think the number one reason that I've always come up to why consoles have still just remained so dominant?
Because it's expensive. It's because it's cheap.
Well, that's like number 2.
Okay, my bad. I still said but
my number 1 has always been the ease of use.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. My bad.
You know what I mean? When it comes to console gaming, and the reason why I just feel like it has always been so popular, and why these PC gamers some of them are really vocal
Yeah.
and really
they're
just,
annoying.
they always say the same thing. Why don't you just get a gaming
Just get
PC?
PC.
Because
My mom
the
bought it.
ease
Okay, I'm sorry.
of use of a console is unmatched.
Yeah.
I feel like gamers don't understand the subset of like hardcore gamers, like people who keep up with the culture, all these things, and then the rest. Like, you know who a lot of people are that are playing games? Some guy in his 30s that walked in a Walmart, picked up a PlayStation 5 and is playing Call of Duty all day.
That's it.
That's it.
That comes
he doesn't
back
want to
from
mess
work.
around with settings.
No,
he doesn't want.
exactly.
Yeah, came home from work, sat on the couch, and he grabbed the controller.
Yeah, he made food, and that's it. That's it.
Exactly.
It. Or he plays FIFA.
Like, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Or
FIFA,
Madden,
NHL,
or
Madden. Exactly. Like
in
that's
Canada, it's popular.
Yeah, and you're right. The ease of use is crazy. Like you press a button, you push a button, and you're in the game. Like it's not
playing.
And to add on that is like I own a gaming PC. It is so annoying to make some games run on your PC. Not run like run to make run like 60 FPS in a way. Yeah, efficiently, and especially if you're streaming too and you don't have a second PC to capture your footage. Unfortunately, you'll have to lower your settings like crazy to just make it playable and to make it not laggy or anything. Like it requires so much resources too when a PC. It's so expensive. Expensive. My PC costs, I think, $3,000 in 2019. Like, yes, it's getting a little bit old. I understand that, yes. But it's still a very powerful PC. I just have to, but still, $3,000. It lasted me 5 years. Now it's struggling, you know?
Yeah.
A console it can last 5-7 years. And
you're dropping $500-$600?
Yeah, $500-$600. And back then it was $379.
Cheaper than that. Yeah.
It was a PS4 with $379. And it was on par with PC in a way. Like,
yeah.
So
that's the part that I never understand. What it almost feels like that ease of use and the money concept. It just flows right. Oh yeah,
they're
over
like buy a
PC.
Head.
Yeah,
it's a stupid statement. Like it's just like you're probably like, I'm sorry to tell you that, like you're probably a kid that bought a PC because you over obsessed over a PC, which I understand. No worries. Like you have all the time in the world. I understand, but we're old. Like I don't want to explain it. Like we're not old, but like I don't know. I don't want to mess around for 30 minutes just to make my game run. Like I don't want this. I don't want to turn off VSync just to make my game prettier. Like I don't care. I just want my game to run. And y'all have to understand that games are developed on consoles, not on PC. Okay, so they're usually gonna run better on PC on consoles than on PC. If you have the same settings, same specs, same everything, even if you have a PC that is more powerful than a PS5 per se or PS5 Pro, it's gonna run. It's not gonna run your game as well as your PS5, which is unfortunate. Like, because you're gonna spend like what $2,000 on a PC and you can't even play as good as the PS5. Yes, you can lower the graphic like crazy to play your game 60 FPS if it's 30 FPS on the PS5. But at the same time, like I don't know, I just don't see the point at that point, you know.
It's crazy to me that this discussion seems to always come up, and it's like I don't know. I'm always fascinated with the point like. No one is saying that PC gaming is bad.
No.
There are some great advantages. There's some great stuff that you can do on it because it's a PC. You don't only have to play games. Yeah. You get access to all other things.
You're fully in control of your game in a way. Yeah. Like, that's cool.
Exactly. But, the other reality is you have to tinker with it a bunch.
Yeah.
You have to spend a ton of money to keep the upkeep.
Exactly.
Certain things, there's different ways that you have to open. Like you have to go into the Epic Store, you got to go into Steam, maybe you're buying games from GOG, right? There's all these just like inconveniences in the way that consoles just don't have.
You play. Yeah.
Yeah. I know, like, should there not be just one single storefront in PlayStation? Sure, but you go in the store, you buy your game, and you
Yeah,
just play.
you just
It's that simple.
yeah.
And I think they that concept for some reason just does not click with
PC
the
players.
certain yeah,
Yeah,
and they act, especially with the PlayStation Network being down. They're
yeah.
like, oh well,
They're
this
like,
wouldn't have
huh,
happened
I don't pay for
if
online, so I'm cool.
yeah, I don't need this stuff.
I
It's
don't
like,
pay
well,
for online. Like,
what if the Steam store goes down
yeah,
and you want to buy a game,
yeah.
right? It's not
W-
just these problems aren't exclusive to
To
consoles.
console, it just happened to PlayStation because they're bad with their servers, but it
Yeah,
doesn't mean that it won't happen to Steam
yeah,
one day or
or
another.
Epic Game Store,
Yeah,
or let's say Fortnite is down. Oh, guess what? You can, just because
you
you have
can't play
a
it.
computer doesn't mean it won't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it's insane to me that this discussion like continuously happens. You know,
and console
the
will
Switch is
always be there
exactly.
because it's convenience, it's ease of play, like you said. Like it's
Yeah.
easier to set up. You don't have to you don't have to install Windows. Just like
Yeah, just do your thing.
just you open the console, everything is pre-installed. You click, like, it's so easy to use. Like you don't have to.
Yeah.
So unfortunately,
And
yeah,
it's just crazy that it just seems to they don't get it. They
no, they
just
don't get
don't
it.
seem to,
But
or they don't want to get it. They
no,
don't want to
people
they
like
don't
to troll. They like to
Yes.
think they're better than people just because like they have a PC. Like, I don't know. It's just a weird mentality for me. Uh,
Like I know for me, like, I think we will eventually be getting gaming PCs
mhm.
at a certain point, but I just think about how easy it is to play games on my PlayStation 5
Yeah,
or my Switch. It takes literally seconds.
seconds.
Literally seconds.
Yeah,
I don't have to think about, you know, the
if you're,
graphical
yeah,
settings or what all these factors that come into
yeah,
play. And it's just amazing that I'm not trying to like be like console superiority. It's just that is why they're still popular.
yeah.
So if you don't understand that coming from like someone on a PC, then dang, I don't know what to tell
Then
you.
I'll tell you.
Like,
And like we're content creators. Like we need a PC to operate our day to day
exactly.
like content and everything. But I'm still gonna play on a console, man. Like even if I stream, I'm still gonna play on a console. It's
Yeah, I do
easier,
too.
it's less resource intensive. You just
Exactly.
capture your gameplay. Like I have an internal capture card. I capture my gameplay on my console, and that's it. It's easier because that's the thing. It's really easier. So I'd rather just spend $80 on a physical copy or a digital copy on the PlayStation Store, or on the Switch Store, on the eShop, or on the Xbox, just for me to play the game, to be able to capture it better, and to like for my audience to make sure that it runs better in a way. Like I play Sonic
Exactly.
Adventure 2 on stream right now. I play with a lot of mods though, and it's lagging a
Yeah.
little bit,
Yeah.
because and then I have a $3,000 PC. Like it's not supposed to lag, but it's lagging still because it's PCs. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I think it's crazy that people still don't seem to understand and just say,
Just
just
buy,
spend the $3,000.
yeah,
Just get the
just
PC.
yeah,
Like somehow that magically solves
solves the
the
problem.
issues. Exactly.
Just
I
ridiculous a little bit.
Look, if you got the money and that's the way you want to go, do it.
Do
I
it,
just
yeah.
think, if you're someone that's like, I just want to enjoy some games, there is no reason to get a gaming PC.
Oh yeah, especially
Just
if you
get a
don't use
PlayStation
your
5.
PC. Like
Exactly.
doesn't you don't use the OS, why use a PC? Like you don't
Exactly.
use Word, or you don't use any other programs. Like you have a cell phone, you don't need a PC.
Yeah.
You can buy a laptop, but like I don't know, whatever. Yeah,
Exactly. I use a nice Mac laptop
yeah,
that's really nice. Does everything for me. I can stream from it, literally everything.
yeah.
If I want to play some PC stuff, I'm sure I could, but the ease of use of PlayStation is
Yeah, it's way better.
just way better.
Yeah.
So,
No, I get it.
yeah, next week we got some revisiting retro for you, but we wanted to talk. We wanted to
Yeah,
dunk
we
a
want.
little bit.
Yeah.
Dunk on the PC game. Just
Yeah,
kidding,
no,
but
no, no. But we love PC.
we wanted to let
That's
people
not the
know.
problem. Like I love PC gaming. There are some games that I'd rather have on PC than on because of mod support. That's for sure. Like I love mod support. I play Binding of Isaac. It's my favorite game of all time. I play with mods. I can't play on a console, but it's few and far between. It's some instances. I won't play Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on a PC, even if I can play it 60 FPS. I don't care. I'd rather just play on my Switch. Like it's easier. I don't have to configure like 17 settings to make it run on my PC.
Exactly.
And like download an emulator that takes me like 3 weeks to download because it's like it's just too many steps.
Exactly. It's just such a hassle. Right? That's why like whenever I like heck, even with this classic collection that we talked about, if it was a thing.
You just emulate it.
Just emulate it.
I don't want to emulate it.
Let me just buy the thing and put it in the system, and it's all there that I can play.
Yeah, and
like
that point is like I want a official way to play it too, especially Pokemon, because what's fun about Pokemon after that is trading your Pokemon. With other like whenever you emulate your games, you can't. Yes, nowadays because of Nintendo, by the way, because nobody could figure it out, you can trade Pokemons because they emulated the link cable. But back then, you couldn't even trade Pokemon. You could take them and put them on a GBA card, which was a little bit weird. It was a hassle to do, but it was possible. But other than that, there was nothing really you could do. You had a dead save file in a way, in my opinion. So I want an official way to play it. I want my Pokemon to be transferred in every Pokemon game. I want my Pokemon to be legit. That's why I don't emulate Pokemon games.
Yeah. You just want an official way, man.
Yeah.
And just ease of use.
Ease of use, exactly.
It's that simple. Like I wish there was something more that I could tell you, but that's literally it. Right?
Like, the general point is ease of use. That's it. Yeah.
So yeah. We'll be back next week with our revisiting retro. We got a fun game, I think, that we're gonna have fun talking about. So really excited for that next one. But let's move on to the question of the show. It was me last week, so this week it is Ben. What is the question of the week for us today, Ben? What is the question of the show?
And this question is for you, the audience too. Like if you want to answer in the comments, if you want to let us know what you think, if you want to ask questions too, for us to
that was
discuss.
Going to be our big thing. We want you guys to start getting involved too. So if you have any questions, please comment them in the YouTube comment section, or if you're on our TikTok page, just DM us your questions.
Yes,
and we would love to have you guys.
Yes, we both have our
guest spot. For question of the week.
Yes, but the question is what are the games that people love? Games or a singular game, it doesn't matter, but that people love, but that you don't love, or that you don't really like per se.
Yeah, this is a great question. It was one that was a lot harder to think about than I thought, and mostly because I'm pretty particular when it comes to my gaming. If it doesn't interest me, I typically just don't really play it. So there's a lot of times where we talked about it, funny enough, last show where we talked about how we didn't get a ton of bad games when we grew up, but we did get some. So they're in that rare, but I think it's even harder to find games that are, very, very beloved that you just aren't into, right? So, I think of like genres that I just haven't clicked with a ton, like RPGs. I'm trying to get more into RPGs that aren't like Mario and Pokemon. Like I have Persona 5, I have Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D that I really want to try. Dragon Quest 11, is that the one on Switch? I want to get into that, but that's different. Then I got to thinking about games that maybe have like cult classic status that I don't connect with. So great example would be Ben's favorite game of all time, that being The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask.
Game.
My favorite game is a Legend of Zelda game, and I think we'll talk about it at a certain point when we talk about our favorite games. But Majora's Mask just never clicked with me. I've tried it a couple times. It's the time mechanic. It's the anxiety of it. No, that's the point.
No, I know.
Why it has such a cult following and why like the fans are dedicated to it. I was watching a guy try to beat the game in the 3-day cycle.
I saw that video. It's really good. It's really good. It's a good video. But he
So
obviously failed, but
yeah. But even then, I don't really like. It's not that it's not a game that people love. I just think it has such a
yeah, big cult following. Yeah.
it's like a certain audience. So
Mm.
I had to think like even
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
broader, like even broader. And the conclusion I came up to was a series that many people consider a masterpiece that I don't dislike, but I only somewhat enjoy.
Mm.
Um, and it feels like the divide between me and this group is huge.
Yeah.
And that is Grand Theft Auto. It is GTA as a series.
Mm.
Here's the thing: I don't dislike Grand Theft Auto. I don't dislike it. I played it a ton growing up. All my friends had it. I was a GameCube kid, so I never had it, but
Mm.
I played it all the time at
Yeah.
friends' houses. I've played GTA 5. And yeah, it's funny, there's a lot of, social aspects to it
Yeah.
where they comment on American life and like poke fun at it,
Yeah.
sometimes in a very over the top way. Um, but besides that, I it's a third person cover shooter with some driving
Yeah.
mechanics, and I guess I don't I don't fully get why to many it's considered a 10 out of 10 game. I always feel like they're experiencing something that I'm not.
Mm.
Um, the shooting is fine, the driving is fine, the story can be wacky and out there, and I like that. I like that aspect. But yeah, to me, it's always just been like a 7 out of 10 game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I get more out of other experiences,
Yeah.
but you see the ratings on
A lot of people go crazy
3,
for
San
GTA.
Andreas, Vice City, 4, 5. They're like 9.5 out of 10, nine point
Mm.
eight out of 10, 10 out of 10. And I know GTA 6, it's been a really long time coming, and I've
Yeah.
seen a lot of people be like, this is going to be the biggest video game launch literally
Yeah.
ever. And I
Ever. Yeah.
totally buy that
Yeah.
because of how hyped it is. I just don't I
Care.
don't
Yeah.
understand. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know. I don't get why it's so put to such a
Such a high
pedestal
pedestal.
that I don't connect
I
with.
think. Yeah.
So yeah, that is the one that I'm divided on.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's not even a game that I
Dislike.
dislike or feel like hate towards. It's just a game that
Yeah.
I feel like is like a 7 out of 10, and other people consider it a 9.5 or a 10 out of 10. So
Yeah.
that's the one that I have such a divide with. So I don't know how you feel about GTA, but that's the one that I feel.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, we have the exact same answer.
Oh, there we
Yeah.
go. I knew it.
I've said it multiple times in the past, though. I really dislike GTA as a whole idea of being a 10 out of 10,
Yeah.
like you said. I don't mind the games I've played through 4 in its entirety, but I don't remember much of it because I was like maybe 14, 15, which I should have not have played that game at that time, but but for me, yeah, it's pretty much the same point as you said. GTA 5 is what, a 11-year-old game now?
Yeah, now it came out in 2013.
It's
so even 12 years old
yeah,
now, right?
12-year-old game. It's a generic cover shooter with a sandbox kind of open world aspect to it, which I think that's why people like it so much, because you can do pretty much whatever you want, and the online aspect to it too, like that's online you can do whatever you want. People create servers for it, create entire worlds for it. They create like RP servers, which I don't really know what it is, but like you play as a cop or as a criminal.
I've seen those.
Yeah,
those are,
people go crazy.
Yeah,
like
not for me. Yeah,
grown-ass man goes crazy for these type of things. Like
you can get pulled over.
Yes, you can get pulled over.
Someone playing.
Yeah, it's crazy. And like for me, yeah, it's a generic cover shooter. The story is for me uninteresting. It's not even fun. Like it's generic dialogues, generic jokes. It was every person's, like every teenager's first like mature game in a way. I feel like, because like people that like GTA so much, they they grew up with it. They grew up, they were 14, 15. They were like, oh my God, it's so cool because I can see boobs, you know? Or I can see, I can shoot people, whatever I want. Like, it's not really interesting to me. And the fact that every missions boils down to a line on your map that you follow.
Yeah,
Makes it so boring to me. Like,
yeah,
how can you like this? Like, you follow a line on your map. That's it. That's all you do. I understand that the general idea of an open world is pretty much you have a waypoint and you go towards it. And sometimes the line.
yeah.
But like GTA, it's just, man, it's, you have a line on your map, you just go, you come back, or you go to the place, you do a generic cover shooter, or like you go meet your girlfriend, you fight for 2 minutes, and then you come back, and then you go to whatever. Like, it's just boring. Just very boring. It's not fun. Like, I'd rather play anything else than GTA, honestly. And like, people are so hyped for GTA 6, and I'm like, it's gonna be the same thing. They've done it with Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a better game, in my opinion, than GTA.
I like Red Dead more than Grand Theft Auto, especially for the Deadeye mechanic, because it definitely adds that like
Western thing, but it's
moment where you're just like, oh yeah,
at the end
I like it more.
Yeah, but my problem with that, it comes with Rockstar in general. They're doing the exact same game over and over again. Like, what's the difference between Red Dead Redemption 1 and GTA 5? There's not a lot. There's just different settings.
There's cowboys.
Cowboys, yes, you have cowboy mechanics, but ultimately it's the same game.
Horses.
Yeah, like instead of horses, you have cars, or like vice versa. Like GTA, like Red Dead Redemption 2 is an extension of GTA 5. That's what it is.
Yeah.
With Western mechanics, with AJ mechanics, which this is pretty cool. That's why I kind of enjoyed Red Dead Redemption, because like, your beard grows, your hair grows, you have to shave, you have to bathe. Like, this is cool. This is more like a simulation game than anything else.
Yeah.
But it still boils down to a line on your map that you follow to go to a place. Then you do the exact same mission that you're gonna do in every other game, every other GTA game. And then you come back and then you get your reward, and it's boring. It's just boring. And like, I understand why people like San Andreas and Vice City more, because they had really more variety to those games. Like,
that's true.
They had a lot of like side games, side mini games, like, or different types of different way to play the game, like, in a way.
Well, like, especially Vice City, it's so colorful in comparison to like 3. That one I'm more drawn towards.
Yeah. But like GTA 5 is literally from beginning to end a cover shooter. It's Gears of War, but boring. Like, that's what it is. With muddy graphics, yellowish tints throughout the entire story. And it's like, I don't know.
You know, it's like, it was just, GTA 5 was so huge when it came out.
Oh my God, it was big.
We had, I was still in high school. I was in my senior year when it came out. And there used to be a senior lounge. I don't even think they have it anymore. So it was literally a lounge for seniors to hang out. And we had a huge GTA 5 poster. It was massive. It must have been like from GameStop or something. It covered like a big portion of the wall. And it was just like, this game was so huge. And I don't know. It just never clicked with me. And you know what's funny? Like, this is on the flip side of games that people think are mid or bad that I have enjoyed. I've talked about it. On the flip side, I've enjoyed Watch Dogs more.
Really?
Because it's Grand Theft Auto, but the hacking mechanics and the things you can do in getaway chases are just so much more fun.
Yeah.
You can activate bridges to lift, so you get these huge jumps and the cops don't want to go. Or you can shut down helicopters. You can...
This is cool.
Blow up steam pipes. So I was always like, look, the story sucks in Watch Dogs, in my opinion. It's garbage. But the whole like hacking mechanic and making things like explode or cars crashing to get away from the cops, I found
it's better mechanics in a way.
It was more enjoyable. It was more interesting than Grand Theft Auto
Okay.
5. That's not to say Watch Dogs is better than
No,
Grand
and
Theft Auto
it's
5, but there was an element of difference
yeah,
that I thought was interesting, and that's why I enjoyed it.
yeah,
Because I felt like I could do so much more in the world,
yeah,
and in
yeah.
GTA, I just feel like I can drive and shoot.
Drive and shoot, and that's it. There's no, there's not really like special weapons or anything. That's why I like Saints Row better.
Saints Row, yeah.
Then GTA. I've played like the fourth one, I think, the one that's on
That one's
PS5.
the big one, right?
Yeah,
Or even the third.
it's funny. Like I haven't finished it because I find no interest in those type of games, like sandboxy open world, like the Just Cause or like Grand Theft Auto or Saints Row.
You know what, low-key, I kind of like
Just Cause is cool though. I like it. I kind of like it for the mechanics
like
alone.
There is a hero element to it.
Yeah.
The game also doesn't run very good. Like Just Cause 3, I played a bunch, and it would run at like 24 frames per second. I'd be blowing some stuff up. Yeah.
But Just Cause 4 had great reviews though.
Oh, Cause 4 was good.
Yeah.
Because you get the wingsuit, you have the grapple
you get the wing.
hook,
But that's what's cool about it. It's
your
GTA but fun.
traversal is crazy.
Yeah, it's GTA but fun. Like you have to, like for me, whenever I'm playing a game, I like to traverse the world in a nice, like in a cool way. Not in a cool way, but in a fast way, in a flashy way. You know, I want to be sure that what I do has an impact. In GTA, I press the button, I mash it, and then he does it like a little bit. He jumps a little bit, and then he stands around, and then he jumps again. Like, dude, I don't feel like I'm in control. In Just Cause, I'm in control. I still think it's in the same genre of it, but I think it's a better way of approaching that genre of games. It's less realistic, yes, but I don't think
like in Just Cause, like the whole point is you go into towns and essentially like destroy things because it's essentially like a dictator that's taken over. So like I was destroying like big propane tankers with the dictator's face on it, destroying all these things, and then I would grapple to the wall, let go, be in like a wing glide suit, and I would get away. Like all these like crazy over the top things, that like I think makes a video game fun. I just find that funny enough. Queso said this, and it like resonated with me ever since. He said, "Grand Theft Auto is a mile wide but an inch deep." So what it means is there's a lot to look at. There's a big world. There's things that you can see. But gameplay wise, there's really only like
one thing you can do.
So much. Right? There's not a
shooting.
Ton. Yeah, shooting and driving. And that I was like, that actually, that makes a lot more sense. I just think about other games that I would rather be playing, and unfortunately the list is really, really long.
It's every other game ever. I don't care if you're game. No, but I'm not even being funny here. Like honestly, I
don't know. There's like some games like what I'd
rather play. You know what? I'd rather play
Eminem kart racing.
Yeah, this that'd be crazy. No, the Balan world or whatever. The
Balan Wonder World.
Yeah, Balan Wonder World. I'd rather play this than GTA. Honestly, like I'm not even joking. Like I think
about other games, like even something like Infamous.
Yeah,
I think is way more enjoyable.
So good. Oh my god, Infamous is good. Like, especially Second Son. It's one of the launch title on PS4. Great. It is dirt cheap. You can find it $10 or $5 used. Like, and it's really good. And it's actually one of the only games that uses a touchpad correctly on the PS4 controller. So it's another GTA style game, but it's better in my opinion. Like,
it's funny that we've both come up to that conclusion. I think it's not that we like totally like dislike this game. It's just the divide between us and where these games are reviewed and considered. It just feels massive.
And I feel like people are just blind whenever they talk about GTA. They don't understand the fact that there's nothing to it. Like I would understand if you're talking to me. If you were talking to me about like maybe Vice City or San Andreas, I would kind of understand because these games had a lot of things that you can do, especially like doing the platinum on those games is crazy. Like there's so many things you need to do, so many varieties in the gameplay. But GTA 5, like if you're telling me, oh yeah, I like the game because of the online, and you don't like the game, you like the community around it, you like the modding community, you like the servers community, it's not the game itself. The game itself created a way to infinitely makes itself replayable from other people in a way, but it's it's not GTA 5 that is good, you know?
Yeah, it's a game like I could play like for 20, 30 minutes, drive over some people, blow some stuff up, and I'm like, all right, cool. I scratched that itch. But yeah, for the most part, there's just so many other things that pique my interest that I would rather play. That Grand Theft Auto, unfortunately, just I don't consider it the best.
It's okay. It's just the mid game for me.
okay.
It's honestly a 6 out of 10 for me. But I know it's pushing it.
Yeah, it's
but
right
like,
up there with me too. It's like it's about a 6 or 7 out of 10.
6 out of 10. Yeah,
just
it's an okay game. It's
right in the Origami King.
Yeah. Origami King, I still think it's a better game than GTA 5, but it's not the same genre, so it's not doesn't really compare. But yeah.
No, yeah. So yeah, that's an interesting one. Yeah, let us know
what you think.
That could be tough.
Do you guys like GTA? Like, honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I used to hate Halo until I played it, and I loved it to death. And it's one of my favorite first-person shooters of all time, especially Halo 1. And I used to be a hater of this game because I didn't understand. BioShock 2, it was the same thing. I was like, first-person shooter is bad. No. But I played it, and I absolutely enjoyed it. I played GTA, though. That's why I have this opinion. I played it a lot. I don't hate it, but I don't really like it. If you guys like GTA, tell us why you like GTA so much. Like, please, we want to know. Like,
I am curious how other people feel. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I'm sorry, Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah,
you're not Wii Sports.
No, you're not M&M kart racing.
You're not M&M kart racing. But in fairness, M&M kart racing isn't great either. So
no,
I'll give M&M kart racing. I mean, greatest game of all time, but we can't all be M&M kart racing.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Or whatever the game Ben had, not Callisto Protocol.
Balana Wonderworld?
No, the one at the very beginning in your stack. I don't know. Some academia or whatever.
Academia something. My academy. Yo, this is
you can't be that or Digimon, but
Digimon,
you can get up there hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, yeah, I mean, sorry everybody, but yeah, if you want to submit a question on the show, please feel free to comment on the YouTube video or DM us on TikTok. We would love to answer. Question for you guys. Anything. Just keep it PG at least.
Keep it PG. No feet size.
Yeah, I can only answer so many gaming questions. So. Well, Ben, that brings us right to the end. What do you got in the works? What do you got working for the next couple of weeks?
I got 2 videos done, so a couple of weeks you can long form video, so you can expect that on my YouTube channel. I'm working on another video tomorrow, actually. Gonna be a big one. I think it's gonna be my biggest one ever. Not
how long are you thinking?
Maybe
or just like big as far as
big as part of editing, because like
ooh, all right.
Yeah, I'm trying to every time I'm trying to improve on editing, so I'll try something new. I'll try to script I script a little bit, but like I'll try to script from A to Z.
Yeah.
So that's gonna take a lot of time because I'm bad at scripting. But we'll see. But you can streams. Join in the streams.
Very classic.
Yeah. What would you have in the works, Juice?
Same old. Trying to stream a couple times. We're gonna stream this week. I was going to last week, but unfortunately work called me in, so that was the worst. But we will be trying it this week, Mags and I. I'll probably start buying some boxes. Book a mover just in case. I don't feel like moving this time. I feel like
I get it.
Someone else can do it. So play some games. We got to get ready for the next show, and I'll be getting ready for that Pokemon Presents. We'll see if that classic collection.
We might be streaming it. I might take a day off of work.
There we go.
We don't know, but
I'll be up early, so we'll see what happens. So thank you everybody. Thanks for giving us a listen. Ben, where can everybody find you on the socials?
You can find me on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok at Benduzo. It's my name. So How about you, Juice?
You can find me on TikTok at Juice Bar Gaming. Thank you everybody. This has been No Continues, your favorite video game show. We hope to see you guys next time. We'll talk about Pokemon next time. We'll see you all later.
See ya. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.